I'm Jay, owner of Volunteer Audio, and today we're going to do a warehouse walkthrough. So I'm going to show you our warehouse, the products that we keep, and give a little history on Volunteer Audio, where we started and where we're at now. So come on in, let me walk you through. All right, so let me show you our shipping area. Volunteer Audio ships about 50,000 packages a year. I want to introduce you to a few of our employees and put some faces behind the company here. So we've got Lindsay, we've got Becky. They're busy shipping, making sure you get the right order. If you come on around here, we've got Zach. He's in the middle of wiring up some Hertz amplifiers for some of our Harley kids. And there's Samantha back there. Normally you get to talk to her on the phone. Samantha, I just want to take a second and talk about. She is just as knowledgeable about this as I am. So a lot of you call in and you ask to speak to Jay. I want you to know Samantha's been doing this the same amount of time. She does installs with me. She knows it inside and out. And definitely she can make sure you get the right parts and get you took care of. Let's walk on over and I'll show you the radio portion. All right, so this portion is what we call our radio room. So this is the original part when we started Volunteer Audio at this location in 2007. This was our only warehouse space. It has grown greatly. Back then, we only needed roughly 100 dash kits to fit every car because this was late 90s, early 2000s. Now, fast forward 20 years, we keep over 1,000 different radio dash kits, all the wiring harnesses, interfaces, antenna adapters, everything it takes to put a radio in, and it takes up this entire space. We also keep most of the name brand radios, Sony, Pioneer, Kenwood, JVC, Alpine, and that Soundstream Reserve head unit that's so popular for the Harleys. Most of that is housed in here as well. So come on, let's do a walkthrough and I'll show you more about it. So let me tell you a little history about how all of this started. So Volunteer Audio is very different from most retailers. We do have a retail location where I install at daily, but we're also not only a retailer, we're a wholesale distributor and sell to a lot of other audio shops and other people that do this that have that same passion and drive, but we also are an online retailer. So volunteeraudio.com, we have a presence on Amazon and eBay. So a lot of you have bought from us from many different channels, and it all gets fulfilled here. So in the beginning, back in 2002, I had already placed an order and our retail location was going and I had product on hand. We'd ordered enough product from Scotia that immediately they made us a distributor. I wanted every part that we would need to put a radio in so that we would be convenient to our local customers. Now, Volunteer Audio is located in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and we're blessed to be here, but it's a very small town. We've got about 3,000 residents, so it's like, what do you do with all this product that you've bought and you've ordered? So we moved to eBay in 2002. We started an account, and we started posting radio install parts online. Everything that we posted, we had to actually manually put in vehicle info because eBay Motors didn't even exist yet. Everything we put on sold, and it encouraged us to keep doing more. So Samantha and I continued to make more and more information, creating these listings, and they continued to sell, and we continued to grow our inventory. Now, long story short, we got up to selling $1 million in 1 year on just radio install parts, and we'd never sold a radio yet. Sony was the first company that authorized us online for radios. So I've got one of the radios here because we're very, very fortunate that a brand as big as they are would trust us to be ambassadors for their brand online. So we built packages with the parts and the radios, and the rest is kind of history. We just continued to grow it, added more employees. God continued to open up doors and introduce us to other brands, and we'll go through and look at more of that. But I wanted to take a second and tell you how we got to this point. Let's go to the back and go to the speaker room. All right, so the next part, I said in 07 when we moved here that the radio room was originally our entire warehouse space. And I'll have some pictures we're going to post up and show you what that looked like before we brought in all the shelves. We've continued to grow the brand. God has continued to bless us. He's continued to open doors, and we've been able to make it a lot more than we had space for. Now, our warehouse is actually at my residence. It's in a residential neighborhood, but it was a blessing to be able to have it here and have a warehouse where our house was. This isn't just a small garage, and I think you see that as we walk through. But we had children, and as Samantha became full-time here and our family grew, it was great to be able to keep our kids here, to be able to not have to put them in daycare. Along with a lot of our other employees had children we were able to keep here at times too. But let's walk into our speaker room, and I'll show you some of the speaker brands we carry, and we'll also show you just how much more this has grown into. right, so if you were here with me, normally I'd walk through and I'd show you all the brands, so let's do that now. Here's all of our kicker speakers. As we walk forward, now this is car speakers. Now we've got marine speakers in the other location. We'll show you that here in a few minutes. Here's our Hertz motorcycle speakers as we move on. So here's all of the Neo series that we use in most of the videos that you see. So the SX165 Neos, the 690 Neos. This inventory is in and out. So these shelves are normally full part of the week and empty the other half. So we've got plenty of inventory to keep you going. As we keep going forward, you'll see Audison, more Hertz speakers. These are going to be more for the cars. Hertz only makes one series meant for motorcycle. A lot of people are buying the wrong ones, and hopefully we've helped educate you not to do that. But the Milli Pro and the Milli series, the Dici series, the Cento series, they're amazing speakers for your car or truck. As we keep moving forward, you'll see that we also carry JBL. Get a little tight on space in here because we use every inch of space. As we get past JBL, you'll see we get into Kenwood. We carry the Kenwood standard line all the way up into the Exelon line and the Exelon reference line. Keep moving. We got Alpine. We get into Polk, Pioneer, Infinity Kappa Perfect, and our Sony lines. As you see, we're not scared of inventory, and we have just about anything you would need, we have in stock. So this room is our speaker room, and so therefore we also keep every speaker adapter and speaker harness necessary to put it in pretty much any vehicle, from Harley to trucks to cars to just about anything you would need. It's also been overflow, though, for additional radio parts. So the radio room has way outgrown what it can do, so some of the interfaces, the amp wiring kits, the other things necessary are in this room as well. Let me take you to the other side. We'll show you the data room, where we do our photography, where we do build the data for our online sources. I want to show you that, and then we'll move back into our marine and side-by-side area. All right, so as we kept getting bigger and growing further, we had to build an area to house all the computers and the people that continue to keep our data straight. So let's come in here with some more overflow, and we'll show you this area. All right, so as we come in, you'll see there's some more product because we keep outgrowing area after area. But walk on in, and I'll show you where our computers are. These are our desk area. We've got a bunch of Apple iMacs on a system that allows us to keep track of our own database and keep all this data straight. Brooke's here busy working on some Harley parts, building for the website. As we go around here, you'll see our photography area where we actually do our product photography. Eric is normally sitting here. He's currently holding the camera. All right, so I wanted you to see this area too, because I'm amazed at where it's built. I'm amazed at how big it has gotten, and I just want you to see it because I'm proud of it. But I'm proud of what God's done, not what we've done, because we couldn't have done this on our own. Let's walk over to the next section. I'll show you where our side-by-side audio is housed. We'll get into the marine and amplifier section too. All right, so let's go to the next part. So inventory continued to grow. We needed more room. We brought in a company called SSV Works. So they're the side-by-side audio people. So all the kits to put in a Polaris Razor, Can-Am X3. Now they do Jeep audio, so many different side-by-side resources. And we're just 5 miles from Windrock Mountain, the largest privately owned ATV park in the country. People love to come here and do downhill biking, ride their Jeeps, ride their side-by-sides. And we've got a great area to ride Harleys as well. So it's just natural for us to move into that part, and we're the East Coast distribution for SSV Works. So that's what's going to be in this room, along with some more overflow, because we constantly get product in. We don't have anywhere to put, but we know it's going to sell in a few weeks anyway. So come on in as we walk through. We've got SSV Works down both sides. We also have some of the Precision Power motorcycle stuff in here. Soundstream radios for your Harley. As you notice, we've got pretty good inventory on that too. So come on as we go into the back room, and I'll show you our marine and amplifier and subwoofer area. All right, so here we are going into another area. We had to dig and add this and build this because we just keep growing. So in here we're going to have things like Bluetooth amplifiers from Soundstream, Alpine amps, excess power batteries, all of our Hertz marine speakers for your boat. We also have all the mounts we need to put subwoofers in your Harley side bags, whether it be 8s, 10s, dual 10s. Kicker marine product, if you look down this aisle, along with the car subs, car amps. So a lot of product. We're not scared of inventory, and I hope you realize we're going to have what you need in stock. We don't order from a catalog. We don't send it to you at drop ship. We house all of it in-house. And everybody that works here that would talk to you or handle your order has been part of these installs. They know what they're doing, and therefore if we do a tech call with you, it's very easy for us to make sure and in our mind visualize what you're doing to help you through that process. So we carry power wire, all the different DSPs from Audison, all the amplifiers with DSPs built in, the Hertz Marine amp. This is probably one of my favorite amps. It's not very well known. So Hertz has an 8-channel DSP Marine amp that we put in Harleys. Amazing amplifier, everything in one small chassis. The wonderful thing is it's 8 by 85 watts at 4 ohm and 8 by 150 at 2 ohm. So that's an extremely powerful amp in a very small area. So as we get toward the end here, you see we've got a lot of inventory, and I really appreciate you walking through with us. And I want to give you some more history, and maybe we'll just shoot another video and I'll talk about from the beginning till now, a little bit more of a talk. We'll call it story time again, and we'll go over all the things that God did that lined out to get us here. But I appreciate you watching our videos, following our channel and subscribing, sharing with your friends, and definitely all the business you've done that allowed us to get to this point. We're a very small business, but we're also very grateful for you watching and you helping us through this process as well. But I want to thank you again, and God bless.